A powerful earthquake has hit central Morocco, killing at least 800 people, according to authorities. Hundreds more have been injured. The earthquake struck late on Friday night in the high Atlas Mountains, about 70 kilometers from the city of Marakesh. A local official has said most of the deaths occurred in mountain areas that were difficult to reach.
Homes damaged, cars crushed, and roads blocked by the debris. As the earthquake struck Morocco, terrified residents fled their homes in the middle of the night, shocked and panicked.
I'm devastated. My home has been destroyed. Thank God we're still alive, but it was very hard.
We were surprised by an intense vibration. Everything in the house was moving. We didn't know what happened.
The deadly quake has killed hundreds. Hospitals were overwhelmed by the high influx of injured people. And many rushed to donate blood.
People in health centers and hospitals need this blood. We made the call last night, and as you can see this morning, the sheer number of people who came to donate blood. This is a good sign, and I'm confident that we will have enough stock for the next few days.
The earthquake struck at around 11 at night. Most people were already in bed. And many chose to sleep outside, fearing powerful aftershocks.
The force and the intensity of this earthquake was very high. People ran into the streets. There was total panic, and there were families who were still sleeping outside because we were so scared of the force of the earthquake. It was as if a train was passing close to our houses. That's how it felt.
The historic city of Marakesh and villages in the Atlas Mountains appear to be the most affected by the earthquake. Experts say the devastation could be widespread. Authorities believe many people are still trapped under the rubble. Rescue workers continue to find survivors, but are also digging out bodies of those who haven't made it.
For more on this, I'm now joined by journalist Musab El-Shami, who is on the road in the region hit by the earthquake. Hello, Musab, if you can hear me. What are you seeing on your journey of the affected areas?
Hi, yes. I'm currently in the village of Moulay Ibrahim. It's very close to the epicenter of the earthquake that hit Morocco yesterday. It's about 60 kilometers south of Marakesh. It's a very small village, and it is quite tragic seeing how this quiet touristic area filled with auberges and some infrastructure for people who usually hide in this part of the Atlas Mountains turned into a graveyard, really. At the moment, I was just leaving one of the houses where rescue workers and first responders have been trying since morning to recover or to rescue someone from under the rubble. He the houses are full. He was stuck on the ground floor, and as you mentioned, these cities are usually very difficult to access even on a normal day. So with the current construction, some roads are blocked.
Okay.
Access is not very easy. There's already been dozens of deaths just in this village, not to mention the more than 800 that have been killed around Morocco. And I also see people digging graves for some burials, which will take place today. The majority of the population have been affected. Almost 80% of the houses have been affected, and people are all over just in the cold. They spend the night in a very cold situation.
I mean, it sounds very graphic, the details you're giving, and of course, we also see some of the visuals. So how are authorities coping with the scale of this disaster so far?
They're trying their best. There's different kind of interventions going on. Most of the authorities here are rescue workers and first responders, as well as security forces, different governmental and non-governmental organizations have joined in, so like the Moroccan Red Crescent and civil protection services and the gendarmes who usually govern the rural areas in Morocco. There's also been helicopters trying to fly in teams because of the difficulty in access. However, it seems like it's not enough because some people have now been on the rubble for well over 12 hours.
Thanks for the update, journalist Musab El-Shami.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
We can now connect with Hussam El-Shakawi, the Regional Director for Middle East and North Africa at the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. He joins us from the Lebanese capital, Beirut. Hello and welcome to DW, sir. What can you tell us about the extent of the damage in the areas affected by this earthquake?
Thank you for shining the spotlight on this. Yes, the damage reports are coming in hour by hour. Clearly, this is severe in terms of casualties and physical damage. The true picture is not fully known yet. It may take up to 48 hours, as these are extremely remote locations. And much of the access is not available because the road network has been damaged. There is rapid mobilization now. There are top priorities now are search and rescue efforts to get people who are trapped under the rubble, including the immediate emergency medical assistance and first aid, both to those extricated from the rubble, but also to the survivors. There are many sick and injured and women and children and elderly and so on. So we're working on multiple fronts. It is, as always in these situations, a race against time. Survivors need water and food and shelter. It is cold in these mountainous regions as well, with nightfall coming in. So we're mobilizing teams to support the Moroccan Red Crescent. Their volunteers have been on the ground from the very first hours, along with the civil defense and the Moroccan army. So it is now a bit of chaos. The picture will be clearer perhaps in the coming days. And we're mobilizing now the international assistance to support the local assistance.
Okay, we're gonna talk briefly about the sort of international assistance that is needed. But you started by talking about some of the challenges that relief teams are facing, including access to some of the worst hit areas. Tell us more about the challenges.
Access, of course, is difficult. The roads are blocked. There have been rock slides and landslides. At the best of times, these roads are not easily accessible. So that's number one. With now the logistic support from the military, the Moroccan military, they'll have helicopters and so on. That will improve as the day progresses. And then we need to get the people that are extricated to safety, to hospitals, and provide the medical care. Understandably, this is major. This is big, right? The first in 100 years, they have seen such a massive earthquake. It would overwhelm any response system. And therefore, they're distributing now the assistance. They're bringing in assistance from throughout the country, but they're distributing those who are needing medical attention to different parts of the country. That's their job. We're coming in to support that mobilization. Telecommunication networks are down, electrical grids are down, and so on. And this further complicates, of course, the assistance and getting the excavation equipment where it needs to be and the medical rescue teams where they need to be.
Okay, so I mean, it's a lot of work. That's why international assistance is needed. Tell us more about that.
Well, the Moroccan government, as far as I know, has not officially yet requested, but we anticipate that to come in the next hours or so. They're clearly assessing, they're trying themselves to come to grips with the situation. Understandably, many are shell-shocked with this context. We already are receiving, as the International Federation of Red Cross, Red Crescent, many offers from Red Crosses in Europe, Red Crescents and Red Crosses in Africa, the Arab world, the US, and other parts of the world, as far as Japan and China and so on. We welcome that. And now we're just trying to determine the priorities day by day and coordinate that assistance.
Okay.
The worst thing is to send coordinated assistance. So the picture will become clearer, but it is chaos now.
Right. Hussam El-Shakawi with the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.